What's going on, everybody? My name is Danny Perez, hockey development coach based out of Denver, Colorado, and today's topic is skill development. So I'm going to pull up my agenda of different topics that we're going to talk about regarding skill development. And so, what exactly is skill development? One of the first things we're going to talk about is the difference between technical and tactical. So there's two different types of skills. There's the technical skills, there's your skating, your stick handling, your shooting, your passing, and then you have your tactical skills, which are hockey IQ and position specific skills, which relates a lot to hockey IQ, knowing where to be. So we'll go into technical first. So we have skating, how to develop power skating, how to develop skating. Well, it's simple, power skating. Figure skating coaches. There's a ton of power skating camps that you can go to over the summer. One of the things that I did every year and then became one of the helping coaches for was Robbie Glantz power skating. Robbie Glantz does a great job with stride, technique, development, power, making an athlete and hockey player have that beautiful stride, creating that beautiful stride in a hockey player. Skating is such an important skill. If you can't skate, you can't keep up with the game right now. It's too fast and everyone can skate. Everyone flies up and down the ice. The game has changed and skating is a big part in helping you adapt and keep up with the pace. So power skating coaches, power skating camps, clinics, great way to develop that skating technique, the stride, the power. Figure skating coaches. I think they're a highly underrated and underutilized resource in the hockey world. I started using a figure skating coach just 30 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week in the off season when I was in college. And I noticed a dramatic improvement. They really focus on the edge work, holding it and putting your body in different situations, separating upper, lower bodies. That way you can kind of get that in sync feel, because hockey's not always played like this, right? You have to move your upper body, catch a pass, still be controlling your edges going one direction, catch it, and then make a play, transitioning. Figure skaters really slow things down, they really break things down, and they help you get comfortable on your edges in uncomfortable positions or in awkward positions. So figure skating coaches, utilize them, try and get in with one for 30 minutes, maybe once, twice, 3 times a week if you can. It's not that much. You only wear half your equipment, maybe zero equipment, depending on their philosophy, but great way of developing skating. Stick handling, develop that at home. Ice time can be hard to come by for you, or it can be expensive for you, or there might not be an opportunity for you to just sit there for an hour or 20 minutes and just work on your stick handling. Work on that at home. Get a golf ball, a tennis ball, a ping pong ball, a Swedish wooden ball, and just stick handle at home. Tennis balls are awesome because they help you with controlling kind of like your nervous system, because they're so bouncy. So you have to be able to work on, developing that hand control and the eye-hand coordination. Same thing with ping pong balls, really bouncy. So working on just kind of holding it, controlling it, stick handling with that. And then for speed and more puck replicated type of stick handling, Swedish wooden ball and golf ball are great things to work on that stick handling with. The tennis ball, I stick handle with growing up a bit, but that was something, and the ping pong ball, that I learned recently from a former NHL player out here in Colorado. I was like, wow, that's actually a great way to work on settling pucks, because you never get a perfect pass in a game, or not often do you, right? So you have to get pucks in bouncing or in uncompromised positions, different areas. You have to be able to work on settling them, controlling them, and that's what's great for working on it with a tennis ball and a ping pong ball. So stick handling you can work on home. Go on Instagram, go on YouTube, a bunch of videos you can find to work on different drills. Shooting, you can also work on that at home. At home, you can work on different skills like your quick release, sitting on a chair and just snapping the puck as fast as you can. Feet stay flat, keep your core tight, and just snap the puck as quickly as you can, using nothing but your forearms, your wrist, working on that fast twitch muscle, picking different spots. Another skill that I recently development drill that I learned recently from another former NHL player. Again, I'm learning so much these days now as a coach than I did as a player. So that's kind of what brought me the idea of putting this out there, is because as I learn and as I develop and as I get better and become a better coach, I can now relay it in real time. And so one thing I heard was just nice and easy, picking one spot and just getting 100 shots. It doesn't have to be firing in a million miles an hour, but maybe go 50%, 75% effort and just pull a puck out of a pile and just snap it and pick a target on the net or put a target on the net and just get 100 reps and just try and get as many as you can and just feel it and just put it in your spot right where you want it to go. And then you can pick a different spot and just gradually progress. You can work on that at home. All those things can be worked on at home. For shooting, if you want to work on some on-ice stuff, some of the things are shooting through screens, okay, just nice and easy. Get it and pull it through and shoot it through a tire or set up a chair or a stick on a chair and just work on pulling it and shooting through screens. Doesn't have to require too much effort, but as you get better at these things, work on maybe making a move, pushing it to the side, and then snapping it. Again, YouTube, awesome resource. A lot of videos of NHLers working on these things, and you don't have to really exert a lot of effort, at the start, especially early on in the summer for skill development. Just attack something, quick move, shot, or pull through, shot, and just get a ton of reps of those. Passing. The best way to work on passing that I'm realizing right now is like a self-competition that you have. It's every time you're on the ice for a team practice or a spring skate, whatever that looks like, have a mental competition with yourself that every pass you make, no matter what, you're going to make it on the tape and just kind of keep track and hold yourself accountable in some way. Maybe for every pass you make, that's 10, or every bad pass you make, that's 10 push-ups. Things like that will help you just kind of make it more competitive, but also hold yourself accountable and to a standard. And just try and compete with that and get better with it every time. Also, small area games, those are big because now you're having to move the puck and put it in areas in tight spaces. Try and challenge the speed. Keep your feet moving and, keep that pace high. Brain games. I'm going to go into that and I'm going to explain a couple different drills, but it involves colors and numbers and moving things at a fast pace with multiple pucks. So I'll dive into that in another episode, but brain games is a great way to develop passing and putting things on the tape and quick brain reaction. So that's it for technical. Now we'll go into tactical, hockey IQ. How to develop hockey IQ is talked about in the previous episode, watching hockey. It's a big game changer when you watch a lot of hockey and watch it with a purpose, not just watching it just to watch. Pick a player on the ice that is your position, maybe someone that you want to play like, and watch where they are. Watch where they are, where the puck is in the D zone. Watch where they are when the puck is in the offensive zone when they don't have it, or in the neutral zone. And when they do have the puck, watch where they're looking to get on the ice. Watch them scan, right? If they don't have the puck, they're usually scanning before they get it, looking to see over their shoulder what their next move is going to be, so when they do get it, now they're ready to make a play. They're either shooting, or skating through a gap, taking a shot, or making a pass and moving it to another player. So hockey IQ, develop it watching hockey. Good coaching helps. Someone that has played hockey or has years of experience coaching, high levels helps, and that really helps you out. Getting good coaching and being around players that have played the game, been successful, or played at high levels, or have coached at high levels is a big game changer. You want to be around those type of people. And again, small area games with coaching to help correct any mistakes or different decisions, helping you see the game differently or get a different vision. And now we can go into position-specific skills. So like I said, watching hockey, but watching players in your position and where they are on the ice, whether the puck's on their stick or not relative to where the puck is. Forwards, some skills that you can work on as far as the skill development piece goes are rim pickups. Talked about that in a previous video. Cutbacks, creating time and space along the walls, maybe on the half wall or below the dots. You want to be able to get off the wall to then allow yourself time and space to cut back toward the wall. If you do lose that time and space by a defender, you've now created some elsewhere to cut back. And then zone entries, in zone timing, when you get the puck, wanting to get to the middle of the ice. That way you can create time and space, force everyone to kind of shrink, and then you can expand out. And defense, retrievals, partner passing, line walks, shot from the blue lines through screens. I've seen videos of Cale Makar just getting pucks off the wall and just shooting through a tire and just moving maybe 5 to 10 to 15 feet and just working on that specific skill. Again, these are great ways to work on position-specific stuff. And like I've talked about in other videos, again, you don't have to be moving around a ton. But again, just to recap, The technical skills are your skating, your stick handling, your shooting, your passing, skating probably needs to be worked on the ice. So let's try and find some ice time and a good coach to work with you on that. Stick handling, that can be worked on at home. Shooting can also be worked on at home, and then you can translate to some different things on the ice. Passing, you want to work on that on the ice as much as you can and using your brain. Then you have your tactical skills, hockey IQ. You develop that from watching hockey, good coaching, small area games, position-specific skills, watching hockey, players in your position, forward D specific stuff, for forwards, rim pickups, cutbacks, creating time and space, zone entries, timing, things like that. And then defense, those retrievals, partner passing, line walks, sharpen the blue lines through screens. Just find things that players are doing at the highest level in the NHL that they're doing in games and they're doing successful, and try and create a drill out of that. So that's a great way to work on skill development and what exactly that looks like.